Who would have thought by analyzing student responses to one focal question would provide insights in a student's sense of belonging? In an exploratory study that we undertook at a university in Sydney using off-the-shelf tools, we would identify what some of the indicators of a sense of belonging are. My name is Ram Ramanathan. I'm a PhD candidate from the Connected Intelligence Centre, University of Technology, Sydney. What is belonging? Belonging is a trait. It's a psychological need. It is multifaceted and it manifests differently across different environments at different times. A sense of belonging in a tertiary environment relates to familiarity with the learning environment itself, where a student learns, ability to be able to interact with people and peers, contributing to interpersonal belonging in pursuit of academic results, academic belonging, as provided in a study by cohort et al. In 2022. Cohort et al. In their study in 2014 identified that a sense of unbelonging and disengagement as leading contributors of student attrition in universities. But a sense of belonging is difficult to measure and to track. Universities have attempted to measure a sense of belonging using self-reported surveys that are difficult to scale and are time-consuming. There is an opportunity to expand the use of the rich qualitative data along with the statistically meaningful quantitative data, integrating them to identify what some of the indicators of a sense of belonging are. Belonging analytics has emerged as an opportunity which can be used to measure a sense of belonging longitudinally at scale in a timely manner, as provided in the research undertaken by Lim et al. 2023. Sense of belonging can also be tracked by looking at learner analytics dashboards, social network analysis, discourse analytics, to name a few. In our exploratory study, using automation, we have aimed and attempted to analyze student responses to one focal question using discourse analytics to find out what some of the indicators of a sense of belonging are. The study was conducted at a university in Sydney that involved two different cohorts. The students were studying the first compulsory subject in their Bachelor's of Business program, the first term of study, which has relevance to study of belonging. The two different cohorts, one of which had student mentors, which also has pertinence to the sense of belonging. To what extent do students' responses to a single survey question provide insights into their sense of belonging? That's the aim of the study. The study itself was supported by two research questions. Research question 1, to what extent can automated analysis of student responses to a single survey question offer insights into their experience of belonging? Followed by research question 2. Research question 2, how do students' written expressions of belonging identified in research question 1 align with their self-ratings of belonging? The methodology will be shared in the next few slides. The self-reported survey consisted of 33 questions, of which 28 were Likert scaled. The Likert scale questions were adapted from established instruments such as the psychological scale of school membership and self-efficacy subscale from the Motivated Strategies for Learning questionnaire. The Likert scale responses were on 5 points, ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Out of the 5 remaining questions, we analyzed one of the free text response, namely, to what do you feel are the most important factors that contributed to your sense of belonging to the subject? A total of 710 students were invited to participate, with a response rate of 93.9%, made up of two different cohorts, as we said earlier, 295 from cohort 1 and 372 from cohort 2, the one that had student mentors. Furthermore, research question 1 had a response rate of 71% for the open-ended question. Research question 2 had a response rate of 60.9% for the Likert scale questions. The data analysis steps for research questions 1 and 2. The textual responses to the open-ended question were analyzed using Linguistic Inquiry Word Count, or LIWC, which help in the generation of a bag of words following the meaning extraction method, a form of topic modeling. This was analyzed using the Statistical Package for Social Sciences, SPSS, which helped in the generation of the pattern matrix and some of the emergent themes based upon the group of words that were put together within each factors that indicate a sense of belonging. The Likert scale responses for research question 2 were analyzed using SPSS, where the principal component matrix and the pattern matrix help in the identification of emergent subscales items from within those group of questions that's emerged together. We interrogated the background of the factors from the themes from the LIWC analysis and the subscale that emerged from the Likert scale analysis, validated the findings to existing research and theories on a sense of belonging. In the next few slides, we'll share the results and the findings based upon our analysis. On the screen are some student responses, some examples, that is, in relation to validating our research question 1, to what extent can automated analysis of students' written response to a single survey question offer insights into their experience of belonging? The process for research question 1, the analysis of the results, will be shared in the next few screens. The LIWC analysis help in the generation of the most frequently occurring words from the student responses. They were then classified into two different cohorts, cohort 1 and cohort 2. And needless to say, the word mentor appeared quite frequently in the responses to one focal question by students in cohort 2. The group of words that emerged from the meaning extraction method of homotopy modeling in LIWC, which was analyzed using the pattern matrix, helped in the generation of factors. There were 3 factors that were identified for cohort 1 and 5 factors for cohort 2. This was established on the basis of the Kaiser criterion with eigenvalues of greater than 1. We were intrigued as to why these group of words were grouped together in a particular way. Upon interrogating the background of these words, the phrases where they appeared, and the context behind it, it helped us to actually create themes based on the group of words that were grouped within each factor. Furthermore, we have also provided some of the actual sentences or phrases where these words appeared in the student response to the single focal question. So for the factors 2 and 3 in cohort 1, group work and engagement facilitated by faculty was supported by the words work, tutorial, and group, whereas the words content, understand, and class help in the generation of the theme, peer support helping to understand and learn, with examples of phrases, responses from this response to single focal question, as you see on the screen. Similarly, for cohort 2, factors 1 and 2, factor 1, a participative environment supported by faculty, was generated from the words tutor, workshop, great, and mentor, whereas the words question, answer, and allow help in the identification of the theme, able to participate and voice opinions freely. Additionally, these are the sentences or the phrases where these words appeared within the student response. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go through each and every factor of the themes that emerged, but further information is available in the published LAK24 paper. Factors 3 and 4 for cohort 2 with some of the emergent themes and phrases and sentences where these words appeared. Factor 5 and 6 for cohort 2, the emergent themes and examples where these words appeared in the student responses to the single focal question. We will now walk through the steps and the analysis that was undertaken to identify the results for research question 2. The pattern matrix, based upon the responses, analysis of the responses from the Likert scale items, help in the generation of the following subscale items. We identified, based upon the grouping of the questions that were grouped together within each of those factors within the subscales, it helped us to coin names for those group of questions within each subscale, namely feeling valued, academic belonging, perceived subject value, and feeling respected. This slide shows the means between the two different cohorts, two independent samples with no relationship between them. However, they showed strength and the scores were normally distributed. Furthermore, the homogeneity of the variances was less than 0.001, small, which further indicated significant differences between the two cohorts. The last part of the analysis, validation. 4 themes emerged from the rigorous analysis of the results resulting after testing them for reliability. The themes were validated through an existing theories on sense of belonging and research. It is pertinent to note, however, that faculty had a significant role to play in a sense of belonging, considering the students were pursuing their first subject in the first semester of study at a university. The themes were a valued learning environment stimulated by faculty as supported by the research of Cooper, Holloway-Friesen, Muses et al., Ahn and Davis. Theme 2, group work promoted by faculty presence as supported by the contributions of these researchers. Theme 3, social interactions and collaborative work supported by the contributions of these researchers. And lastly, theme 4, input and support that helped understand the learning as supported by the research by Ahn and Davis and cohort et al. In 2022. So what can we learn from analyzing one question from the survey? Time-strapped faculty can rely upon the services of data analysis universities or PhD students like me, for example, to help in analyzing student responses to find out what some of the indicators of sense of belonging are. The opportunity arises is these surveys can be conducted at multiple times in the form of pulse surveys, helping in the analysis of student sense of belonging, which can inform faculty into modifying feedback practices, pedagogical practices to promote a sense of belonging based upon the identified analysis of the results. In our study, we've used off-the-shelf tools such as LIWC and SPSS, where the meaning extraction method, a form of topic modeling, help in the identification of what some of the indicators of sense of belonging are. In the current environment, OpenAI, generative AI can also potentially be used to identify what some of the emergent themes are through the analysis of student responses to questions as undertaken within a survey. So to conclude, analyzing student responses to one focal question using off-the-shelf tools can provide insights into student belonging, as we have shown in our study. These findings can be validated against existing research and literature on belonging. And lastly, this analysis also illustrates a case of belonging analytics using statistics and natural language processing. This research would not have been possible unless contributions have been made by the co-authors, my supervisors, Professor Simon Buckingham-Shum and Dr. Lisa Angelique Lin, who continue to challenge me, rigorously pursuing my attempts in submitting this paper, focusing on the study, and enabling me to contribute not only to sense of belonging, but to learning analytics as well. Thank you.